make me all blind with your civil rights. You demand that I eternize your name. Walk ahead to stop and obey.
And they were clutching up as well. So eyes towards them on the side of NIP, and a little bit of pressure shown towards B initially on the pistol round. Mixwell actually creeping down behind this wall. Be careful here, actually. I'm not sure where that camera from Chihuahua, but in the door first blood, Ryan will fall.
Yeah, this will probably play very handedly in towards how G2 want to play, and if they get confident, they should run with it. This is it. They need to stamp their authority on this game early. You can see Mixwell went for the early pick. Got it. Overstayed a little bit. I mean, the Frenzy is a fantastic weapon, but maybe at that range you are going to suffer a bit, even though, you know, we saw some wild stuff through smokes yesterday. Not going to get that start here. Pitt going to be left to handle B long, and gets aggressive again. He's seen enough information to cause those rotation. You can see Sage now leaning over here as well.
Yeah, let's see all four members of NIP leaning this way, and Mixwell did go back, get the heal, so he is well equipped to take this fight again. Lands another tag. This, I mean, it's just a nuisance pushing in through B main here with his Viper utility. Paranoia comes through, swings out. Korea can't find anything, trades back and forth right now.
Let's go.
30 seconds.
See, very well before Patek. That's a big pick towards Ryan. No chance to get that maybe late lurk. The swing is so good. Zeke goes down. Artist this time larger in charge, but only good for one. And oh my god, Existence just doubled down. Patek called into action. Finally swings back through. You could have seen what could have happened if Ryan won that fight. These two players would have been in all sorts of problems, but Korea's the one in problem. He's now got players everywhere. That op is not ideal, but Existence does the best he can, but Patek is just that bit better right now. Gonna be able to just check for the op, gets it into the bank, and now can get the defuse on the way. The man's got resolve. He's come back in, he's being consistent, he's doing his job.
Now this again is not one you want to put in a corner and force him to start getting aggressive, because that's where we know he shines. Another quick hit here. G2 forcing their way onto B site here. Chihuahua posted up in top. Actually, JD finds a lot of damage through from the kitchen hallway there. Chihuahua can't find that one. Zeke will clean it up, but SMGs versus pistols is going to be difficult here for NIP to hold on to this. Spike goes down. Korea. And early on again. Actually, Korea going to TP up on top here. And find... Oh no, is that going to get a double tag? I think it actually... No, it didn't. Mixwell finds Korea. I thought Artist was going to get the double tag onto Chihuahua because he was posted right here behind double box. The recon should find him though. There you go. The information will go over to Mixwell and Artist, but you see already Zeke's found that tap. That tap. Existence down to 10 HP, but I was going to say keep your eye on Zeke on the minimap because he's creeping onto A, and look at JD's position. He's all the way back in spawn now. Has to go back and heal Existence. Gets back up to heaven, but Sight's going to go to G2.
At some point, I do want to have a discussion of... He's on point all day long. His aim is actually unreal. Rhymes there as well to find Pit. So they've actually made this into a bit of a round. This has gone a little bit
just like that,
further astray than I imagined, but they're not surely going to get any more freebies. See Existence try and check as he goes, but time's ticking at this point. JD's there. Artist still very much on site. Timing's really good, but actually gets outdone by the bolt coming in. JD now on the swing. And finally, we see Mixwell and Zeke stamping a little authority on the round. But, of course, it's not easy. You're going to have to pick either Pit or Zeke, who've been kind of holding middle in that A push. But you have to be proactive. They've not held that B hit once. Anyway, into this one, Mixwell, stunner of a shot, but it is JD to find Zeke. So that little bit of a threat towards A, what I wanted has been achieved. They found that little bit of a lurking roll. And now G2's continuous B hits might have a little bit of a problem. They can't lean back into it. They've lost that early information. Leaning back towards A this time.
Though. They're positioning for it now. Mixwell up on belt. Expecting G2 to be back on 5. Here we go. Pat gets Zeke back on his feet now. Mixwell. Decent read on where JD just repositioned to, and actually, what of a utility going to get invested here? Artist swinging up on top, pipes now. Going to be. How did he win that? What? He finds a second as well.
Artist things, man. Just artist things. Now, Chihuahua does give away at least where they're coming from, but that's a further giveaway. Every bit of information found, they know where they are. But they still need to do up He'll work. A 2v3 on the retake, and Artist and Mixwell are not letting anyone pass. Korea's found a way through, though. Tries to bait the noise on the ropes, but still has to walk further. Mixwell tucked on the site, up in hand, patrolling around. You can see that barrel just...
Actually, Zeke going to join Pit in mid here. That trap wire maybe going to cause some issues for them or give some information. Actually, they're creeping up tube here. Chihuahua. We'll find two people staring down the tube at him. Close the case down, breaks line of sight. Ryan actually now stuck in between a rock and a hard place, to be honest. Pat's going to punch through the wall.
I don't love it. I do not love it at all. Artist tasked with getting that plant. Spike on the side. Everyone's hit, but I don't like how funneled they are. Look at the damage that's going to come through. Kree's in all kinds of trouble. Utility poured in, but they have bought some time. I really wish we had that lurk. Pit is still on patrol down there. Artist waiting this out. There's finally vision. Chihuahua gets a drop on Mixwell. That's incredibly surprising. He's been sharp throughout this game, but Zeke instantly trades out with Chihuahua. Swing from Korea is not on point, and Pit's there. This is looking all but over. And there's G2 just shutting down any hope NIP may have had to get that going. It does look like Razor's actually managed to slip through. That was Rhyme there, pushing up towards those, the B entryway, but it gets space for it. I mean, so you take aggressive space somewhere on the map, you lose middle control. It's how it goes. You don't get both, right? You can't have your cake and eat it. But it does bring a lot of pressure towards Chihuahua. Now, seeing everything, though, good camera placement. The guy's been keeping good track. He's going to be in a bit of a problem. He has support here, but the cross is covered. They can get towards site.
Yeah, but I'm impressed actually NIP have swung back over as quickly as they have. JD actually going to find first blood here. So G2 down to 4, but Spike will go down. Looks like the wall's actually going to go over Heaven on rafters, so it's going to buy a little bit of time for G2 to get situated now. Actually, the 4-man push onto ramp. Look at this here. Ryan's going to find Mixwell.
I hated that positioning from Mixwell there. He was nowhere. Chihuahua, gorgeous shot there as well, taking out Artist. This is very much game on. Pit had a wonderful pistol before, but no chance at all. Beautiful retake. They had to talk something through, because this is not a scoreline that they wanted by any means.
No, and actually, you're going to say what I've commended NIP for, now just taking the brawl with G2, and it's actually going to go in G2's favor this time around. A 2-for-1 trade. So I've got to stop looking at the party chat, sorry. They are now going to try and pressure on JD again, good with the taps. As the headshot Artist will fall, and that brings it back down to a 3v3. Chihuahua actually hopping up on top of the wall there. I find Mixwell kind of sleeping, to be honest with you. Didn't expect that whatsoever. Neural theft popped. Information garnered. JD going to get existence back on his feet now, but again, yes, they can probably get the spike down, but Pit's got to be the man you watch here. He has to get something done in Heaven.
Okay, Pit, that's 1. That's 2.
Remaining.
There you go. 3. All you can want, but more. 1 left in the chamber. Do it for us, Pit. Do it for us.
Last player standing.
Okay. Okay.
Well, you know. There was a chance for it being exciting.
Just weird. Very weird.
We've seen a couple of times now where people kind of go through the motions of clearing, and it's just lazy clearing corners. You see it in CS with players with like 10-year careers, but for now Ryan going to be put to the fight and wins it cleanly. No trade available just yet either. Information be found off the boombot potentially. I think they've just slipped away, but now there's problems. Big problems. Patty Tech's found a huge opening. That's a massive entryway, but do they expect to play up the ropes? They expected 1 for the second. Patty Tech, too strong, too smart, too aware. 3 rounds now with G2. Beyond that, look at NIP. They've got ultimates for days. They are ready to go. They're locked and loaded. Already 1 to be used. Why not? You've got potential to do it, and they're going to pull players back. JD swings into action, finds Artist, and right now just powers forward, taking space everywhere. Korea is just being the paranoia. His positioning is the biggest problem. They don't even know where he is. Mixwell dashes past, gonna take the fight, but all the information is noted. That spike is on existence, and he isn't at B.
Yeah, Korea actually gets the info on 2 players there all the away in the defensive spawn. Mixwell and Pat actually making their way back over, and Ryan finding that kill is actually going to bring both members of G2 back towards heaven here. Patitech through ropes, Mixwell on stairs. Existence creeping through garage here. Got to worry about this cross though. If Mixwell gets into a position to hold it, he's not watching. He's actually going to...
The timing. He got so paranoid about it. There was no spike plant while they had the opportune moment, so they started to consider the other options. And as you can see, it's opened up a chance, but now they have to position perfectly for this retake. Otherwise, we've got an upset. This is the start of a big upset, and this is where everyone on the desk is wrong. If this doesn't go 2-0, keep that in mind. This was how much we believed the G2 would be looking solid here. Now, Existence...
Oh my god.
Turned away for a second, but Rhymes got his back, and now Mixwell left in a 1v2. The last post didn't go so good, but maybe this time it could go different for Mixwell. He's sticking it. He wants to get it towards halfway. He's got it there, but he needs to get it all the way through. Ryan doesn't allow it. It's 13-5. The Ninjas have beaten G2 on their home map. We are going to the best of 5 now.
Go aggressive on their defensive rounds. I'm talking about that B main control. You know, the flash out, the wall down, give up that side of the map for a full 30 seconds, wait for that wall to expire, find that map control elsewhere. So this one's going to be a bigger test for G2 than arguably the previous map in my eyes. Pistol round though. Patitech, no idea what's the other side of that wall, but throws the paranoia down, takes a little bit of damage. He's got to tuck behind the switch there. Zeke swing out, the reinforcements come through good. 2 kills for him, Kriya and JD fall.
Huge bailout there by Zeke. The timing could have been awful, and Zeke's just popped the hell off. It's one of these players that are super powerful, super good, and you can see the facilitating to get artists to these positions, to try and get him more proactive, even against pistols, which is kind of scary. Mixwell showing, do not fear, guys. I have the frenzy. I'm fine.
We again talked a little on the previous map about that conditioning. This is G2 doing what I say they love to do, which is set the pace, set the aggression, make them scared. Artist, what? Essentially here, with no duelist and Existence using his flashes that early on. Oh. Look at Kriya's HP. He has to get the heal there. Mixwell, a lot of damage coming through the wall, but yeah, Existence's flashes being used that early on. Without the duelist, it's like this is the reliance on the entry, right?
Enemy tag.
The thing is, as well, look at Zeke's positioning. He's managed to push out. He's got so much information. He knows they're just locked up in middle. None of the traps have been set off towards B, so they know exactly where they are. Zeke could be the absolute execution here. Spots 1, sees 2. Oh, that's big work from Zeke. He can just fade away now. He is the biggest nuisance in the world. A's vulnerable from short, but you still have the Omen at the back patrolling around. I've got to say, G2 are in so much control here.
They are, and it's the contingency plan behind it. Again, reading where an IP are playing. Zeke, again, with freebie onto Artist. And actually, the second player there, actually low HP. Did he just cancel the TP? He did just cancel the TP. The spike can't go down now. That's a huge tag there onto Kriya's ultimate. He tried to TP into center sight, and he gets tagged, and it cancelled. Wow. Gonna make use of the smoke up on heaven here. JD will get Ryan back on his feet, so brings it back to a 5v5, but Kriya still hunting.
Nah. Not going to get away with that sort of play against G2 right now. They're 2 on the ball. You see Reyna starting to build that viability into these rounds. Quick bit of information going to be poured through towards the Ninja's side, but by this point, Zeke's already there. Here comes Mixwell saying goodnight. Doesn't actually land too much. It's JD doing well. And now the 1v2 begins. Tucked in the corner, looking dangerous, but not dangerous enough. Patitech, right there. That's pretty wild. Anyway, we are into the second half, 10-2. Ninjas would have to get this pistol. I don't...
Yeah, that's not how you want to see it after... Yes, they need to get this pistol. Mixwell just out on an island with a frenzy and finds 2 there. NRP down to 2. Remember, main is Rhyme actually going to bring 1 back, but Mixwell now puts it into a 2v1. Existence going to give his position away by destroying this wall in B main, but you see already Patitech positioning and market. Mixwell all the way back in a defensive spawn. It's just the perfect setup here. He's got to come through, he's got to clear all these close angles, and then actually they're just going to swing once he gets close to the spike. So making it as difficult as possible for Existence.
Yeah, look at that plant. This would take a monumental failure from the G2 side. That's just not going to happen. They get all the credit in the world. Now, in CS, we normally don't call it a comeback until they make it to double digits, right? But the problem is MR12 doesn't allow us that much. So maybe let's get excited for the comeback at, let's say, 8 rounds. Pitt's already fancying the next map, so he's got that sheriff working. Chihuahua, very, very sharp today, though. Going to continue to push in towards this. Nice work towards Mixwell, but Zeke on the trade. There is still potential here at 3v3. Wait. This flank could be huge. Patitek's been unchecked. He's got 2 players on the other side of this. Once he crests this corner, he is going to have them lined up. This could be the death of them. Zeke's already found one. There goes the second. This is going to be where it all falls apart as Rhyme, the only man alive to save the ninjas in a 1v3. You've got the heavy hitter still alive, and as the curtains close, it's not looking so good. Rhyme has to make his move, and you can see them considering everything so well. Vision taken away, and as is the round, as is the map. It's G2 to close this one.
See, a lot of damage gone over there. See, already Chihuahua tucked into the TP with the camera outside. So liking this setup here to try and capitalize on the hooker push. But he's kind of stuck now. And G2 are pressuring towards site. JD all the way back towards defensive spawn on. Actually, Chihuahua going to find a kill here. That's a big kill onto Zeke. That's some of the hooker control relinquished, and all 4 members now of NIP going to swing through the TP and find Patitek.
Yeah, I guess he's got the information, but they still need to do something with this. Spike's still ticking, G2 down to 3, and the impact somewhat lacking at this point. NIP looking quite clean, but they've got to keep the speed up on this one. JD's gone down. That's a problem. That opens up some more cover for them to fold into. And G2...
Okay.
How did they just win a 5v3 in that scenario? Their post-bomb positioning wasn't phenomenal. But
2 long, 3 pushing towards hooker now. Expecting Existence to actually stay in, but we can see already who's all the way back over towards the defensive spawn. And Chihuahua, the cam, going to spot all of this information without risking out the peak. He's drone actually getting a bit close for comfort. If he gets the tag there, he could lose his life because G2 are close enough to punish it. And there you go, both kills actually. Hardest and Patitek finding Korea and Chihuahua on site. Existence. No flashes left, just the fault line and the aftershock. So it's going to be difficult for him to get any value from his utility out of this situation.
Certainly is. Planted. Eyes on Rhyme. Oh, sick on the first, but look how close that angle is. And Existence just down to...
Okay.
What? No,
4
this
kills.
is tilting. This is horrible. Mixwell had to make a play, and Existence just did some incredible work. Joined by... Doesn't feel great trying to use the utility as best he can while he still stands, pouring it through towards the shower. Good damage, greatest shot. Existence down. Mixwell now put to task. Oh, the body block. You're going to be mad about it. You don't love it. Oh, God, if they lose this, it's going to be so tilting. But no, Zeke and Artis.
So all of that information given over to G2, the push comes through. Spike actually getting planted now, but all 5 members of G2 now made their way across. Existence now will know there's a camera in hookup. Z, got to be careful there. A little bit lazy. Actually, JD and Chihuahua will find kills.
It shouldn't be like this. It shouldn't even be a bother this round. They're on pistols. And they're not even particularly upgraded pistols. What? Mixwell having to push in because JD just made that interesting.
Now you can see the rotation coming through, but keep an eye on the minimap. There you go. There comes the TP rotation back in. That's what makes Zeke and Patitek's position important here. Chihuahua gonna get tucked in here and gonna get a freebie on Pit as well. So that might actually be the green light to send a few more bodies back towards B.
Oh, they're in... Honestly, you could still hit A with this. They heard that TP come
30
through.
seconds
I don't know how much they know of Mixwell, and I think this is going to be the interesting one. They're going to go through the TP themselves. This is Existence. Just his brain, the cogs turning. There we go. Pulls it out, spots it, done. It's going to be Mixwell finding Chihuahua, though. So they've lost the presence towards B, and now Mixwell and Artis lock it down, lock it out. Zeke comes in out of nowhere as well. Shut down. Say goodbye with him. Playing towards elbow. Not too much to worry about just yet. And you can see the patience here. The patience here, shall I say. Pit trying to keep track on this. Didn't see anyone just yet, but surely knows there's plenty of potential already flying through, though. You're going to see it. Nice work from Mixwell. The sounds are spot on. Give me his headphones. Mine just don't do that. And it's Artist looking sharp as ever, and they are controlling this round. No threats this time truly being found by those sheriffs, by those... But yeah, that is very filthy. This man is just doing the dirty and actually loses out to Rhyme. Now, Spike is down. A gun's been recovered. Now, they are working with very little here. Keep in mind, it's frenzies, bits and pieces. It's really not a lot. And wait, that was sloppy from Zeke. Maybe not expecting that angle to be available, but he did find Chihuahua in the meantime. And now Ryan really going to struggle to make anything happen with this.
Yeah, Recon gets destroyed immediately. JD not going to be able to get any of that cheese with the smoke. He gets revealed in return.
Final look is for this side. Chihuahua quietly approaching, going through the motions. Definitely sees one lose his life. Padded tech, so sharp, so swift towards the showers there. Does cause Artist to head over towards A. So they would have a favorable, at least, approach towards B, but you can see the camera. It's almost that third man. They now know the information. Do they rotate off the back of it, though?
Rhyme. Wary of it, the orbital strike actually to come through and clear. Both players out a hookup. Showstopper coming through as well. Not sure if that's going to come through. It did come through the TP with the boom bot. So again, one player isolated in TP here. And here comes the mad rotation back over towards A. They're going to leave Pit on site, Zeke inside TP. And the timing, if they give this up, I'm pretty sure Rhyme is just going to stay posted on this, because this is a huge threat to NIP here.
It is. Now, it did at least cause rotations. That paranoia from that previous time where they took that TP all the way around towards A caused that punishment. But it will be Pit. He has to do damage here. He has to do more than he did before. Right found Zeke, so that's that fight towards the TP. Now found, but Artist still doing damage. Big man turns up in big rounds. 23 seconds. Patience paying dividends, though. Right finds Artist. And here we go. Pit finally comes into this. Now, look, a 3v2. Still favorable to G2. The spike's still not planted. They cannot find enough respite to be able to get it down. Finally, Priya goes to the plant. Pit swings in, right down. This is looking all good unless Priya can finally come online. He can't do it. It's G2 to win it out, but what a close affair that was.